Good morning, world. Today we're talking about burnout. Burnout is what happens when the body has given you all it has to give and you have not replenished, you have not refueled, and it starts to crash so that to make you take time and take care of it. I talk about self-care all the time about and how important it is in order to keep your body going. But sometimes we neglect self-care, and that is when you start experiencing symptoms of burnout. Most of us have heard of burnout in the context of a celebrity who went to the hospital for exhaustion, in which case people start talking about it in that exhaustion kind of way, as if it's not a real thing. But burnout is real, and any of us are susceptible to it, especially those high achievers or people who are working on a particular project that has them putting in a lot more extra time, extra effort, extra energy. And that is why today we're talking about five signs of burnout. One is a decrease in efficiency. Generally, you'll find that a very high performer, a person who pays great attention to detail, may start missing small things, kind of like writing Judy and forget to put the J in front of it. Or you may be working the 16 hours a day that you've been going for the last 3 months, but your 16 hours are not producing at the level that they were at the beginning. Your efficiency, your effectiveness start to go down. Your ability to do what you have done, your results are not matching your skill level. That's generally a sign that you may have there may be a reason to look a little deeper into what's going on with you. 2, an increase in interpersonal issues. You may find that you are snapping more. You may find that you are having a lot more issues with coworkers, a lot more issues with people at home, a lot more issues with friends or kids, where things that you may have laughed off at one point, things that you might have even let go at some point, now are irritating you. Instead of just letting things go, you're snapping more. Things where you may have just redirected, maybe you now find yourself yelling at people instead. 3, physical symptoms. Things like getting sick more frequently than you normally would, or feeling all sorts of weird aches and pains that are not normal for you. Where maybe you don't ever get sick and all of a sudden you're on your 3rd cold this month. Or you're having weird headaches that are unusual for you. Those are signs that something may be going on. Maybe your body is giving you a warning sign that, hey, you might need to slow down or take a step back and refuel me. 4, mental or emotional setbacks or drains. When you are approaching your burnout point, you will feel drained. You will feel emotionally out. Like you have nothing left. And people will experience some people will experience symptoms of depression, symptoms of anxiety, maybe all things that are, again, not normal for you. Your mental health just seems off for your everyday being. 5, drain or loss of interest. When you are nearing that point of burnout where you have given all the excitement, all the energy that you have left, at some point, if you do not take time to refuel, you start losing that interest. You start having a feeling of dread when you have to do things pertaining to that task. Maybe it's work overall that's draining you, that's burning you out. So when you start thinking of going into work, you just start dreading it. Whereas before, when you were not nearing your burnout point, you were excited about going to work. You were excited about doing things on that project. But as you near that burnout point, you start feeling dread instead of excitement. Quick recap. 1, a decrease in efficiency. Your 16 hours of work are no longer producing 16 hours worth of results. You start missing things, making silly mistakes. 2, an increase in interpersonal issues. You are you're more agitated, you're more irritable, you're less forgiving, you're less pleasant sometimes. Because you are snapping at people and you're less tolerant. 3, physical symptoms such as getting sick more frequently, feeling all sorts of weird aches and pains that are not normal for your body. 4, mental or emotional setbacks. such as that feeling of dread, feeling sick, feeling drained, feeling like you're just not there. And of course, sometimes having these symptoms such as depression, anxiety, which are not normal for you and do not have an other reason why you would be experiencing them. And finally, feeling of dread or loss of interest, because you know what, your body has given you all it has to give and there is no room left to be excited about anything else, and so you start losing interest. And that's pretty much it for today. Good morning, world. Have a great day.